everyone and welcome to this special episode of Talking RegMed. In this episode, we're looking into the future to the 2018 meeting of the International Society for Stem Cell Research. Now, unfortunately, we aren't able to attend this year, and it's a shame because we really enjoyed the meeting in Boston, but we thought we'd look ahead and bring you some of our highlights from the programme. So I'm joined today by Adam Price-Evans, who's taken some time out of his busy regenerative medicine schedule to talk to me today. So Adam, what would you have liked to see if we were going to Melbourne?
Well, there are loads of great sessions taking place at ISSCR this year, so it was difficult to pick out only a few. I would really like to have caught the plenary from Michelle DeLuca, who's done some fantastic work with epithelial stem cells, sort of really focused on translating his research to the clinic. Last year he obviously published some really exciting work where they showed epidermis regeneration in a child suffering from epidermolysis bullosa using transgenic stem cells. He's actually a co-recipient of the 2018 ISSCR Innovation Award alongside Graziella Pellegrini, who's also speaking at the meeting. Obviously together they've done some really innovative work in developing Holoclar, which uses patient-derived limbal stem cells to regrow healthy corneal epithelium, and that was obviously Europe's first stem cell-based ATMP, so I think that'll be really interesting to hear from them.
Great suggestions, Adam. Anything else you would like to see?
I think I'd also like to hear from Michael Laflamme, who's speaking in a plenary session focused on moving stem cell and gene therapies to the clinic. I think it'd be great to hear about his latest work using PSC-derived cardiomyocytes for cardiac repair following infarction. There are also a few different sessions on gene editing I think I would really like to attend, because obviously that's a really important field of research and it's also going to continue to be important going forward.
Fantastic, and yeah, absolutely. I think gene editing is going to play a really massive role in the programme at ISSCR 2018. One obviously not to miss will be Jennifer Doudna from the University of California, Berkeley, who was one of the discoverers of the CRISPR-Cas9 system. So there's loads of research still being done with CRISPR-Cas9 at sort of the basic level, and we're also starting to see the sort of the gene-edited cell therapies coming through into the clinic through the clinical trial process, and I think she's going to have some really great insights. Someone else who's I know is looking forward to seeing Jennifer Doudna's talk is Melissa Little, who's the chair of the ISSCR 2018 Programme Committee.
I think to have Jennifer Doudna come, and she's really the pioneer in gene editing, and I think the intersection between stem cell biology and gene therapy is becoming much closer. ISSCR itself has already brought together joint meetings of, for example, the European Societies for Stem Cells and Gene Therapy, and I think that's going to be a stronger intersection as we move forward.
Another talk which I'm really upset to miss is from Pete Coffey from the University College London. So obviously he was recently in the news. He successfully treated 2 patients with wet type age-related macular degeneration with embryonic stem cell derived RPE tissues. It's different to the Takahashi trial, which is using iPSC derived tissue. So I'm hoping that his talk will give sort of some insight into that trial, lessons they could have learned from it, and some potential next steps. And finally, another talk which I think would have been really interesting to see on this topic of technology frontiers. So looking forward at the technology that's really enabling this revolution in stem cell research is from Anne Rios from the Prinses Maximus Centrum. It's in the Netherlands. So her team is using 3D imaging, live cell imaging, to look at the cellular dynamics of stem cell differentiation development. I think sort of really understanding these processes is going to be really crucial in developing these truly personalised regenerative medicine. And it's a subject I know nothing about, so I think that would have been really interesting. So that's just a few highlights of some of the fantastic talks that are going to be happening at ISSCR 2018 with over 180 speakers. Obviously we couldn't mention them all, but I think the estimated 3,500 attendees are going to experience a really fantastic meeting. For those of you that are attending in Melbourne, ISSCR President Hans Cleavers has some recommendations on things to check out.
Continent. Melbourne actually has a number of very strong universities, university hospitals. The WeHi in the center of all this is a world-famous institute with multiple Nobel laureates. There's a lot of culture, beautiful museums, fantastic theaters, very nice districts for dining and drinking, and that's a good place to visit.
And finally, Adam, any journal news to share?
Yeah, well, after the success of the third issue of the Regenerative Medicine and Cell Therapy Glossary and recent developments in the field in recent years, we're really looking forward to our 4th edition of the glossary, which we're working on at the moment. So we want to hear from experts in the field about what key terms that people think should be included in the glossary. So I'd really encourage people to get in touch.
Fantastic. So that is all we have time for in today's episode. But if you are attending ISSCR 2018, we'd encourage you to share your experiences with a conference report on RegMedNet. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon.